Good evening, guys. Hey, coming at you on a hot day in St. Louis. Holy cow, we've been getting a heat wave in the Midwest. I think this is the third day in a row that the heat index topped 100 degrees. I think it topped out at 106 today on the heat index. I think the real temperature was up to like 97 or something, but it is definitely hot in St. Louis. I would imagine it is quite around the country. But wanted to shoot a quick message out. This is definitely the time of year to be taking advantage of political events. Now that the legislative session has ended, this is the time when everybody is going to be making their declarations regarding who's running for office in 2022. A lot of times, if people are in state legislatures, they don't like to announce during the legislative session because that can cause people to sabotage their efforts. If there's two people are going to be opposed in a primary running for a state Senate race. Maybe they're both members of the House, but they're going to be dueling over the same Senate seat in the 2022 elections. They don't want to show their cards and let everybody know they're going to be running during the session, because then people are going to sabotage some of their bills. So once the session is over, that's when everybody's announcing. So over the next 60 to 90 days, just about anybody who's going to run in 2022 is going to be making their announcements if they haven't already, which means there is going to be a lot of political events that you can go to help raise awareness. Now, let me give you a couple of ideas, too. When you go to political events, think of how you would react if somebody came to an event that you planned. If you plan a wedding, the highlight is the bride and groom, okay? You don't want someone getting engaged to someone and stealing the limelight from your wedding by asking someone or proposing to someone else at your own wedding. Well, the same type of thing happens at political events. So if a candidate is hosting a political event, we want to raise awareness of shared parenting, but you have to do it in a balanced approach. Because if you raise too much awareness and overshadow their event, that will work against you, and that person's going to be ticked at you, and other people in that party will be too. So normally what I like to do at political events is make the connections and then ask for a meeting with them afterwards. The other thing is, especially if you're going to one of the key people, whether it's the key guest speaker at one of these events or the candidate who's going to be announcing, they're going to have everybody and their brother wanting their time during that event. So let's suppose an event lasts 90 minutes and there's 45 people at it, which is a pretty common event, a small enough size that everybody gets to meet the candidate and everything. But if there's 45 people, that means the candidate gets 2 minutes per person. And that's if they don't speak. Normally, you're going to have a talk where the candidate's going to talk for 10, 15 minutes. And normally, they'll have a guest speaker that's going to talk for 10 minutes. So realistically, anybody that's there at that event gets about 1 minute with the candidate. So you don't want to spend 5, 6, 7 minutes with the candidate bombarding them with shared parenting. You're going to turn them off and they're going to run away. What you want to do is talk about other things, talk about their family, build the relationship, show that you care about them as a person, and then say, hey, I've got an issue that I really would like to meet with you about with equal shared parenting. I'd like to get on your calendar this week. And then while they're there in front of them, you want to don't say, oh yeah, we'll call you back. While you're in front of them, mostly, especially if you're running for a state house or a state senate, summers are pretty open for them. So they're very open to scheduling something, but right then and there, pull out your phone and schedule something on the calendar within the next 7 days to get with them for coffee or something to be able to try and explain the shared parenting issue to that person. But like I said, the event that they're going to is not the time to try and pull out all the research from Bill Fabricius and Linda Nielsen and everything. That's not it. The political event is for them. Allow that event to happen, but use that event to book the appointments within the next 7 days. But there's a lot of events coming up. I do encourage you. We've got t-shirts available. I know I'm getting ready to ship one out. Charles Langevin is doing one in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania this weekend. There's a biker rally going on. He's going to be wearing one of our shirts. So I'm going to be shipping it off overnight express to him so that he can make sure that it's there for the weekend. But if you need any of the t-shirts, or we do have the hats, We also have the lapel pins, which are very professional. They're not overshadowing, but especially if you go to an event where you wear a suit, there's not as many events where you wear a coat and tie. Although there was, today we had Sarah Huckabee Sanders in town for a luncheon today here in St. Louis. That was a coat and tie event, an indoor one, but a lot of the outdoor ones. But if you do have a indoor event where you can't be wearing a t-shirt or something, the pins are very professional to put on your lapels. So if you're interested, then we always have our window stickers that are very, very professional. So if anybody's interested, shoot me a PayPal to info@afesp.com. Make sure you put in the memo section, hey, Mark, I need a t-shirt, and put your address and everything. Remember, it's considered political activity, so contributions are not tax deductible. But like I said, this really helps start the conversation. At an outdoor picnic, my gosh, there's going to be dozens and dozens of outdoor picnics within 100 miles of everybody watching this. Unless you're in South Dakota or Wyoming or Montana, there's going to be dozens of events that you can attend. Also in St. Louis, I'm helping to host Candace Owens on August 6th. Not specifically for shared parenting, although many of you know her main topic that she talks about is fatherlessness, or not her main, but I would say one of her top 3 topics is fatherlessness. But a bunch of friends of mine are going to be making political announcements that are going to be there at that event. And so if you're interested, if you're in the St. Louis area and want to attend, like I said, it's not an AFESP event. It's not a shared parenting event, but if you like Candace Owens and would like to attend, I'm one of the key planners of the entire event, and it's going to be a pretty nice event. So I've got a couple of tables up front for the event. So if you're in St. Louis and interested, let me know. Not really trying to push it, but if you like Candace Owens, just let me know. Other than that, like I said, I encourage you guys, get out. Now is the time to be building those relationships with people that you're going to need in the upcoming legislative session. But make sure you're either wearing a pin, a t-shirt. If not for our organization, I know there's a lot of other great organizations out there. So if you already have shirts for Dads Can Too or one of the other groups, not offended in any way whatsoever. But if you want one of ours, just go ahead and shoot me a email to info@afesp.com or make a PayPal contribution. The PayPal email address is info@afesp.com. Thanks a lot, guys, and I will talk to you later.